Welcome everybody back to the Fight Rundown, episode 262. We just said that about the last episode, but we dropped that one early. An exclusive interview with Josh Padley. What episode that was, Bowles? Live now.
Live now, anywhere.
Live
anywhere. Yeah, fantastic episode. Shout out to Josh Padley. He's been just such a great guy, giving us all the time in the world. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But we're moving. We're switching up for this episode. We're talking about the UFC.
We are back to the old UFC, if this is going to work. But yeah, UFC 314 was on last night. We are live on the TikTok, of course. You can join us at the Fight Rundown. If this is going to work. But yeah, it was in Miami.
Yeah.
I think it was quite a good preview. We was quite excited for it, more than usual.
The main card looked really good, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So what we're going to do, we're going to run through it. Obviously, we play a game here.
We do play a game.
The quick rules of the game.
Well, we'll try and speed run through the rules
Before we get to the
of
name of the game, Boss, can you explain the aim of the game and why we play a game?
I'll explain the aim of the game. Right. So, the aim of the game is to score as many points as possible. It's Bowles versus Jeeve. Every single pay-per-view, we will go all the way from the early prelims to the main event of the evening, and we will predict who we think is going to win each fight. If we get it right, we get a point. If we don't get it right, we get niche. And of course, there's games within the game.
That's
and the games within the game, they go like this. Let's get the soundboard up. So we have our lock, which is our guaranteed pick. Somebody who we think's guaranteed to get the win on the night, and that sounds like this.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah, boy. We have our overrated pick. A fight that we think's just way too high on the card. We think get back down with the paupers.
Know your tone. Know your role.
And that sounds something like this.
You are nothing.
You are a fool.
And you are a waste
of time.
Good night.
Oh, hang on. We have a letdown, which we can use in this episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
We used a letdown on the review episode, so it's a review exclusive. Game is that a call out? Anyways, I've promised no tangents today. I feel like we've been, and that sounds something like this: a fight that's let you down.
What did I ever do in this world to deserve an empty-headed, fucking dumb fuck like?
Exactly. Am I missing any?
No, I don't think you are.
And of course, if it's a championship fight, we will also be predicting what round and what fashion the fight gets finished, and that comes with extra points also. And the name of the game is Holiday Inn. Motel Holiday Inn.
Tequila right there.
Just to explain real quick why it's called Hotel Motel Holiday Inn. Just explain quickly.
End of the year. Me and Ball's Christmas party. Loser has to pay for the night away. No Diddy style. You know what I mean? Like, not the same bed. Have to stay that every time. But
you know, if
what do you mean? But yeah, last year was Paris. It might be a night. One of the nights of the thingy, a discount right there.
Yeah, maybe a 24-hour in Paris thing, or a weekend in Manchester thing.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, but...
let's get to it.
Finances are a bit low. You know, it might be the
it.
same bed.
That's it. Yeah, probably a single bed at a fucking hostel.
Right, let's get straight into it then.
Right, firstly, Nora Corleone. We're going to speed through the early prelims. If you want to watch them, always go back. We'll just tell you what we got.
Yeah.
We both picked Nora. Love that. Didn't watch any of these.
Great start.
Trayshawn Gore lost by TKO. We both picked Gore.
We need to stop backing Trayshawn Gore.
I know, yeah. We've learned our lesson now.
Yeah.
Sujman Dai versus Mitch Raposo. Sujman Dai with the win.
Split decision, though. Interesting.
Turn the camera back on you, Balls. I'm not feeling
sure?
this look right here. Yeah. Dumbass versus Alessiuk. Alessiuk won. And most importantly, I didn't know Dumbass beats women. So.
And he is a dumbass.
Yeah. So I'm glad he lost.
He's a dumbass.
Glad he lost.
We went for Alessiuk, which is good.
For sure. Julian Erosa versus Darren Elkins. Erosa, we know our stuff right here.
Is that full marks so far?
One wrong.
No,
one wrong. And we're drawing. And then we'll get to some of these fights now. Chase Hooper versus Jim Miller.
Here we go.
We had a split thought. Jim Miller, legend of the game, of course. Chase Hooper with a unanimous decision, which you picked, Bowles. Fuck. Fuck right there.
I know my stuff, man.
Chase Hooper, did you hear what he said after in his interview?
No.
He said, I could have done a bit better. I was gooning too much in training camp.
Fair enough.
So he said he needs to cut the gooning down. I was
Don't we all?
Cool. Crazy said that. And this is a shock. Verona, Jandra versus Jan Janan. A unanimous win for Verona. New star in the women's division right there, Balls?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a surprise, to be honest. I expected Jan to get the win, and this is the fight that we expected to be a little bit higher on the card in the first place. But, not bad. Fair play to her. I mean, it's probably a title shot next for her, isn't it, after that?
Yeah, for sure. Dan Ige versus Sean Watson. That was so funny.
I do.
We both picked Sean. We both picked Dan Ige. And he did get the win. It was a third round TKO as well. Dan Ige, legend of the game,
100%.
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, 100%.
He's starting to become like a 20...
He's a bit of a vet.
Yeah, maybe like a 2017 Chad Mendes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
nice.
Something along them lines. But yeah, staple at the featherweight division.
100%.
Real holding the 15 down as well. So that's the Ultimate Rankings gatekeeper potentially now.
Bit of a shock with the next fight.
Nikita Krylov, Dominic Reyes. I'm surprised he didn't get performance of the night in a way.
Yeah.
Crazy win for Dominic Reyes. Fair play to him.
Yeah, 100%.
We both picked Krylov as well, so that was a shock. And then, Gene Silver versus Bryce Mitchell. Was this the most hyped fight in a way on the card?
I was most excited for the fight.
People's main event right here.
Yeah, I was really excited for this fight. I mean, of course, the way that Bryce Mitchell was talking about Gene Silver in the build-up made it all too exciting. Of course, some people, after what Bryce has said, they're going to want to see Gene Silver get the job done. Do you know what I mean? Some people don't agree with what he's been saying, but, it's all built up for a great fight. And the Fighting Nerds undefeated streak rolls on, and they're really scary, aren't they? Yeah,
for sure. And, yeah, like you said, Gene Silver with the win. Submits him. Bryce Mitchell was out. A feel-good win for a lot of people. You've seen the headlines like Hitler's dead. That's what I keep seeing this morning. So, yeah, Bryce Mitchell, I think that's a hard one to swallow for him because the hype behind the fight was kind of mad.
Yeah, I mean, especially after losing to Gene Silver, who at the moment, look, is ranked level fighter, but he's unranked. Yeah. Losing to an unranked fighter after all those comments, it's a little bit worrying for him at the moment.
Yeah.
He's probably he could possibly slide out the rankings.
Yeah.
Maybe get to like a 15 ranked. But I remember one point a couple of years ago where Bryce Mitchell looked like one of the best in the division at one point.
Oh, yeah, it looked great.
He looked really good. But it was my lock, Gene Silver.
It was, yes. So you locked that in. You got the 2 points looking real good for Bowles here. Then Pitbull versus Yair.
Here we go. Interesting.
Pitbull with the loss, of course. I always pick against the new guy, but I didn't. I'm sure I did. I've written down Pitbull. We've got to go what's written down here. Let's get that one wrong.
To be fair, quite a lot of people, I went TikTok live a fair bit. We spoke about Yair Pitbull. A lot of people went for Yair, which is fair play because...
Yeah, I might need to take my statement back, to be fair. Yeah, because that's a good win. It is a beat down over the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Chandler versus Paddy. A shock right here.
You called it low a little bit, didn't you? You said that you don't think it's going to be as easy as people say it is.
Yeah, and I did say, I didn't see it being like that, but I definitely thought it was going to be a close fight. And obviously I was completely wrong anyway because Paddy won.
Yeah.
A complete beat down right there. Paddy Pimblett has his way with Michael Chandler. It literally was levels. There was absolute levels shown. I'm shocked. I still am quite shocked thinking about it because what can you say now? There is nothing you can say. He's beat a legit opponent.
Yeah. It's great for English fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
New stars born right there.
Yeah, 100%.
We both did pick Chandler. I actually locked Chandler in as well, which makes it worse.
Yeah.
But where's Paddy go for me? He called out Oliveira. I think I want to see that.
Yeah, I quite like that fight. That's interesting.
Yeah, 2 submission specialists.
Yeah.
It will be a real good fight, that.
Get it at the M&S.
M&S Bank Arena. Ooh,
yeah.
I'd go to that.
I think we'd have to.
Hopefully
I'd try my best.
Yeah.
But it seems impossible to get tickets.
Yeah, especially the price.
Do you like Carlos Condit? Of course we do.
Yeah, who doesn't like Carlos Condit right there?
Legend right there.
Legend of the game.
Hey, and thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, bro.
And then finally, the main event, Volkanovski going over Diego Lopez in a unanimous decision. I did lock that in and got 3 there.
Yeah. As Anthony Joshua says, champ.
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 Yeah. Fair play, man. Volkanovski back. He did get hurt in the third. So, sick.
Thank you very much.
TikTok. Ask us questions, by the way, before we get to the end of the anything about this UFC card, and we'll answer them all.
Appreciate the gift, brother. Thank you very much.
And yeah, fight of the night. It was a good fight. I thought it was solid. I definitely thought Paddy and Chandler was the better fight as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice to see Volkanovski back on top.
100%. Lovely to see. And he was coming into this fight saying that he was in the best shape of his life, which is interesting. And I did think, you hear it all the time, but he genuinely meant it by the looks of it. And Diego Lopez, God, what I thought was if it goes into the championship rounds, it's Volk's fight to lose. I think Lopez would be looking to get him out there in a couple rounds, but if it goes into the championship rounds, then it's Volkanovski's fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really happy for him. Gutted for Diego Lopez, but what can you do? I think he's still young, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He can always bounce back, and it seems like a decent fight as well. Just again, quality right there. I thought it's exactly how I said the fight was going to go, didn't I?
Yeah.
I didn't see it any other way.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was kind of the fights. Of course, Miami packed out, seemed really good. As for the scores, it was 8-8 between me and Bowles. Always a bit disappointed on a draw.
It's a draw.
If you look, I choked it here, and you choked it here.
Yeah.
So,
but hey, though, that looks good for me.
Yeah.
Does that mean are we just
2-0.
calling off no points, 2-0 still?
It's 2-0 still to you, yeah.
Yeah, so no one gets any points.
No.
That's fair
well,
enough.
you both get 1 in a or none. We'll just say none.
Yeah, shall we just keep it as winners
we'll say 3-1.
Do you want to get yourself a point, mate?
Yeah, so 3-1 to Bowles. He's got a nice little lead still.
Who's your fight of the night?
Who was my fight of the night? It's got to be Chandler Paddy.
Yeah, Chandler Paddy. Yeah, Chandler got dominated. Yeah, Paddy looked insane.
Yeah, 100%.
Any letdowns on the card? Do you think?
I guess Pitbull. You know what I mean? It's awkward for him.
Yeah, I'll use it.
What did I ever do in this world to deserve an empty-headed, fucking dumb fuck like
It's Pitbull. He's
Pitbull's
probably
got
right.
to be, yeah, you know what I mean? Could have first one to fail the test.
Yeah.
It's a bit shocking. But other than that, that was the review, guys. We've kept it nice and brief.
Yeah. I feel like some people would appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Let us know what you thought of this style of pod as well.
Yeah.
Too big of a step up.
Too big of a step up.
Yeah.
100%. And it's obviously shown on Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, but guys, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, X, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast, TikTok and Instagram mainly, at The Fight Rundown. Obviously, YouTube. We upload everything. You can listen on any audio platform. But for now, I've been Juve.
I've been Bowles.
And we will see you very soon.